Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making some crisp, amazing potato chips in our air fryer. So let's get started. First off, grab a potato, and you want to use a starchy potato like a russet. All those ones where if you use them to make mashed potatoes, you'd be like, a little greeny, I don't like this. That's what these potatoes are for. They're gonna be really crisp and delicious. Give your potato a good peel. You wanna slice your potatoes now, and you have a few choices. I think the easiest would be to use a mandolin. However, I have a personal fear of mandolins. It's the only tool I don't allow in my kitchen because all I can see is my finger getting sliced whenever I look at one. So I'm gonna use a sharp knife. You could also use a vegetable peeler. You want pieces that are about 1/16 of an inch or very thin. Use your fingernail as a guide so it'll cut, and be very careful. If you use a vegetable peeler, basically the same result. So if that's easier for you, go ahead. Unlike a mandolin, you're gonna end up with a potato that has a curve to it. This is how it's gonna work. So you can reset by giving it a slice and then starting up again. Some cheese graters also have like a little mandolin slide, and those will work fairly well as well. I think personally, I like the knife best. It also gives you a slightly thicker chip, which I enjoy. And it lets me practice my knife skills. By the way, if you like my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's 2 new recipes every single week. So you want your potato chips to have starch, which will give you a nice texture, but too much starch can prevent them from crisping up. So we're gonna plop these into a big bowl of ice water with the ice in the bowl. Fill it up. So you'll immediately see the water get cloudy, and that starch that's kind of leaching off of those potato slices. Let that stand for about 10 minutes and we'll be right back. After 10 minutes, it's time to drain out all of this useless starchy water. Drain your water. Rinse your bowl out really quickly. Then we're gonna refill it with cold water, add our potatoes back in, and give it a nice mix. Then drain it out one more time. We have to get rid of this moisture, so using paper towels or clean tea towels, go ahead and just lay them out and give them a press. And this is your quality control stage. If you have any that are like paper thin, like this one is too thin, on one side it'll definitely burn, just set them aside. Dry them out, press, press, press. Transfer your dry slices to a clean, dry bowl. Large, please. And repeat that process with the rest of your slices until they're all done. Potato chips were invented in the 1800s. There is some disagreement about where they came from, as per usual, but they might have come from an inn in New York, which I love. Like, you'd think potato chips had been around forever, but no. Someone had to think, you know what? Let's cut paper thin slices and deep fry them. Grab some olive oil spray, and we are going to liberally spray our slices. Sprinkle with 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give them a good toss. And then repeat that again. Now I'm giving these a really good toss and just making sure everything has a little bit of oil on it, at least. After we air fry these, I'll give you some delicious flavors to do. You could do Cool Ranch, salt and vinegar, barbecue chips, the works. You can really make this recipe your own. Those look nicely coated. We are ready to go to our air fryer. Grab your potato slices and arrange them in one layer on the bottom of your basket, making sure there's a little bit of room in between each, otherwise they're not going to air fry properly. Our potato chips are ready to go into the air fryer, 325 for 15 minutes with 3 shakes and flips. We're gonna toss, flip, and redistribute all the chips every 5 minutes, making sure that they're evenly cooked. This should take 15 minutes, but everyone's air fryer is a bit different, so I would check them at the end, and then at the 15-minute mark, you can cook in 2-minute increments until they're golden brown and delicious. It's been 5 minutes. Open up your basket, and we're gonna flip these. Some of them will probably jump around, so redistribute them and pop them upside down. Close it back up. We'll be repeating this 2 more times before they should be done. My potato chips need some more time, and I will say that as you start adding time, you'll have some potato chips that are golden, beautiful, and ready. Just remove those and air fry the rest until they're all done. So you'll be taking some out more quickly than others because they cook faster. Maybe they're in a special spot in your air fryer that's super hot. Maybe they're a little bit thinner. Either way, you don't want to burn them. Just air fried in a little salt. These potato chips are gonna be totally delicious. They'll be so fresh, crunchy, and amazing. But you have a ton of flavor options. If you want a sea salt vinegar vibe, go ahead and spray them with some malt or apple cider vinegar after the second flip, and then you can season with some more salt if you want. For sour cream onion chips, you're gonna stir together a tablespoon of buttermilk powder, which is a really good thing to have in your pantry, a teaspoon of onion powder, some dried chives, and half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Then you can toss the chips in that right after they come out of the air fryer. If you want some ranch flavored chips, toss your chips in a tablespoon of ranch powder right after they come out of the air fryer. If you want to make barbecue chips, that's the recipe for the mix. Brown sugar and a ton of spices, and you're gonna toss this just like all the other ones. They are all delicious. So your chips are gonna crisp up as they cool, just like when you toast nuts. They could be on the lighter side as long as they're crispy, or they could be on the darker side. I love a dark chip, but it's totally up to you. These chips will disappear in a flash, but they'll last for up to a week in an airtight container. I'm gonna enjoy them right now. Light, crisp, crunchy, and delicious. I hope you get a chance to make this recipe, and if you like my videos, hit that subscribe button and check out my air fryer playlist.